Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Wherever you're watching us from, welcome back to the Bouquet Alayo page. And today we will be cutting that beautiful double-layered handkerchief skirt that you saw. It was inspired by a post I saw on Instagram. Very beautiful skirt. It made me want to try my hand at it and cut it out. Okay. So because there are two layers to the skirt, we'll be discussing how we arrived at the measurements for each layer. All right, this is the top layer, and the measurement for this one is 32 by 32. Okay, 32 by 32, meaning that now that I folded it in two, this is the whole square. Okay. Handkerchief skirts are cut into squares. They're pretty easy. You just cut them into squares and then you find the center of it, draw in your waist circumference, and voila, you have a skirt. Okay, so for the top layer, like I mentioned earlier, we cut it into 32 by 32 inches. Okay, that's including the seam allowance. For the bigger part of the skirt, I'm going to illustrate by drawing it out. Okay, one thing we have to keep in mind while cutting the handkerchief skirt is the fact that the skirt drapes downwards on both sides. Okay, so if you don't want your skirt dragging on the floor, you have to factor that into the measurements that you have. Okay, so for this particular skirt, it's of midi length, which means that the length is 30 inches just on the shin. Okay, it's longer than the knee but not maxi length. All right, so the formula to cut your square out, or to cut out your skirt for your desired length, is you multiply the length, the desired length. If you want your skirt to be 30 inches, for instance, or you want it to be 40 inches, you multiply that by 2. So what I'm saying is the desired length, okay, multiply by 2 plus 2 inches or 3 inches for the seam allowance. Okay, I hope you can see that. I'm just trying to write that out. So now to illustrate how we cut it, I already said it's a square. It's basically a square. So I'm just going to show that because I have a constraint of space. I can't quite show it accurately. Okay, so that means this is 62. Here is 62, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's what that means. All right, I hope everybody is understanding. Okay, if I didn't show that clearly enough for you to see, this is it again, 62 on all sides. And I already explained that the smaller one was cut into 32 by 32. Okay, 32 length, 32 breadth for the smaller layer, and 62 length, 62 breadth for the longer layer of the skirt. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to hem the skirt all around now, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. So we have hemmed the top piece and the bottom piece. Okay, now I folded each one into 4. You can see this is folded in half this way, and then I folded it this way into 4. Okay, I've done that with the bottom piece as well. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is mark out our waist on here so that we can cut out the waist. The waist for this particular customer is 31 inches. Okay, and we're not adding an elastic on this pattern on this skirt, so we're just going to cut out the waist measurement and then insert a zipper. So we're going to look for our waist. We're going to find how to determine our waist here, and the formula for that is your waist measurement divided by 6.28. Again, that is waist divided by 6.28. So 31 divided by 6.28 equals 4.9 inches. We can just make that 5 inches, okay? We can just make it 5 inches. All right, so we're going to measure out from this end 5 inches, and then we mark it all around. So we've cut out the waist, and the next thing we're going to do is cut out the band. Okay, so this is what the skirt should look like folded in half, and now we've cut our band. Okay, this is the waistband. It's 1.5 inches. It's folded, and we have the stay on the inside. So now we're going to attach our band all the way around. In addition to that, on the back, whichever part you choose to be the back of it, we're going to split it down the middle so that we can insert our zipper. Okay, we'll do that and we'll be right back. And with that being said, we've come to the end of the video. We've attached the band, and we've also inserted the zipper at the back, and so our skirt is done. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, kindly subscribe, like, and click on the notification bell. Thank you. And if you're an existing subscriber, thank you for coming back every time. See you in the next video.